Alright, so in this video we're going to learn how to set up your initial gradebook. You'll go to Evaluation in the standard toolbar, and under Evaluation you have your gradebook, so click Grades. Now as you can see for this class I've already set up a gradebook, but I'm going to go ahead and show you what I did to set it up, and then I'm going to show you how to add some things to this gradebook. So click your Setup Wizard. And this is really just a choose and click screen system. It's pretty easy. So click Start. Okay. I choose the weighted grade system. That's what's on our syllabus, and that's what I use. I prefer that, but if you like to take points and translate that to fit into the weighted system, or if you have a formula, feel free to choose, either one of these. Once you've chosen your grading system, click Continue. You can choose to let the gradebook show the calculated final grade or the adjusted final grade. Adjusted final grade is if you are giving extra credit and adding that in. If you're dropping the lowest quiz grade or something at the very end, you can adjust the final grade before it's releasing them. I click calculated final grade. I can go in and add extra credit. I'll show you how to do that, and some other things if I want to adjust a student's grade, and it'll show up in the calculated final grade. So but that will be another video. Tips and tricks on how to use the gradebook. Alright, so click Continue. Now I prefer here to click Treat Ungraded Items as a 0, simply because if a student isn't there one day, or if they ask to turn an assignment in late and then they forget to turn it in, or they simply neglect to do the assignment, I don't have to remember to go back and check every single item to make sure I've entered a 0. So if you click Treat Ungraded Items as 0, then if you don't input a grade for the student, the computer will automatically give the student a 0 for that assignment. And I always click Automatically Keep the Final Grade Updated. Continue. Also in my tips and tricks, I'll show you how to set up your own grading scheme. I have one set up, and that's what I've chosen for my default scheme. If you don't have a grading system set up, you can always, or a grade scheme set up, you can always go back and create one, and then come through the Setup Wizard again and click it later on in the semester. You can add your own course scheme at any point in the semester. Alright, continue. How many decimal points in the grade do you want to display? And then here, Student View Display Options. I usually don't want them to see the points grade or the weighted grade. I might let them see the points grade, but the weighted grade, too many numbers, it gets confusing. But you choose what you want them to see, okay? And whether or not you want them to see the final grade calculation. Click Continue. Alright. So once you're happy with all of this, review this, click Finish. And now you are ready to click Manage Grades. Okay? And Manage Grades is where you now start entering your categories, like writing assignments, quizzes and homework, journals, midterms, final exams, and your items. Okay? So if you want to add a category, you would click New Category and Tests. Okay. And what percentage are they worth? Are they 30% of your grade? Okay. Alright, allow category grade to exceed category weight. I leave that in there in case I want to add in extra credit and things. I tend to click Distribute Weight Evenly across all items because I don't want to have to go back in and manually assign the weight to each item, but you can do that. Right? Do you want the class to see the class average? Do you want to display your grade distribution to your class, to your students? Okay, and then when you're finished, click Save and Close. Right? I'm going to click cancel because I don't need to add this to my gradebook. But I do need to add a new item. Okay? So I'm going to click new again, but I need to add in a homework assignment. So I'm going to click item. It is numeric, and the item is page 44 that they did to turn in for homework. Now I have to assign it a category. It's part of the quizzes and homework final grade. Okay, and the maximum points, they had 15 sentences, so the maximum points 15. Now currently this says the weight is 25. That's just because this is the fourth item I've put in this category. This weight here will change as I add in more items for this category. Okay? All right. And then I'm going to click Save and Close. And right there, see? And it's 25% of this category. Quizzes and homework is 20%. And I have 4 items in here. All right? So that is how you get your gradebook set up. Once you're ready to actually enter grades, you can do one of two things. You can click Enter Grades up here, and that will bring up your entire gradebook. Okay? Or you can click the down arrow here and click Edit Grade, click Enter Grades. The Edit Grade item lets you change the number, the weight, but Enter Grades right here. And then you scroll down, okay, and you can then start entering your grades here, okay. So I'll enter a few of the students I know did really well. Okay. I've already looked at a couple here. All right. And I know they got 100s. So here you can see currently, according to my grade scheme, everybody has an F on this assignment because I haven't input any grades and the computer automatically reads that as a 0. I'll hit Save and Close. And yes, I want to save these changes. And then here's page 44. And I want to go to Grade All. And now I can come down in here and you can clearly see that where I have added the grade has changed. Okay? And the students will see this A. Alright. So we can get out of this. And if I go back here and I put in Student View and I go to Grades, the students then would see each of their items in their grade book and how many points they got, and their grade would be listed over here. Okay? So that is how you set up your grade book.